What are Python strategies for varying REST API standards? Imagine trying to connect to different online services, each with its own way of doing things. That's where Python comes in to make life easier. When working with REST application programming interfaces in Python, you often encounter different designs, data formats, and security methods. The key is to write code that can handle all these differences smoothly. First, understanding the basics of REST and hypertext transfer protocol methods is essential. REST APIs use standard HTTP methods like GET to retrieve data, POST to send data, PUT to update, patch to partially modify, and delete to remove resources. Knowing what each method does and the typical response codes like 204 success or 4044 not found helps you handle responses correctly. Next, using Python libraries that hide some of the complexity is a smart move. The requests library is very popular because it simplifies making HTTP requests. It allows you to add custom headers, query parameters, and handle JSON data easily. This flexibility helps your code adapt to different API requirements without much hassle. Handling different data formats is also important. JSON is the most common, but some APIs still use Excel or other formats. Python's JSON library makes working with JSON straightforward, while XML, a tree, element tree helps parse Excel data. Your code can decide which library to use based on the API's data format, making your scripts more versatile. Authentication methods vary widely among APIs. Some use simple API keys, others relying on basic authentication, OAuth 2.0, or JSON Web Tokens. Python's requests library supports adding headers or tokens easily. For OAuth, you can use requests, OAuth to manage token retrieval and refresh. Designing your code to accept different authentication methods makes it adaptable across many APIs. APIs also differ in how they structure URL and parameters. Creating wrapper functions or classes to handle endpoints, HTTP methods, and required parameters helps isolate these differences. This way, switching between APIs or updating endpoints doesn't mean rewriting your core logic. Error handling is another crucial part. Different APIs return errors in various formats and status codes. Writing functions to check responses, parse error messages, and retry requests if needed improves reliability. For example, if a request fails due to a network glitch, your script can automatically try again after a short wait. Storing API-based URL, keys, and other settings in environment variables or configuration files adds flexibility. This approach allows your scripts to run in different environments or with different API versions without changing the code. If you are building your own REST API in Python, frameworks like Flask, Django REST Framework, or FastAPI help create consistent, easy-to-maintain APIs. When consuming APIs, these frameworks can also be used to generate client libraries or mock servers for testing purposes. Many APIs support pagination, filtering, and sorting through query parameters. Your Python code should be able to follow links or tokens to get all data and build queries dynamically based on what each API needs. This ensures your scripts can handle large datasets efficiently. Finally, documenting how your code interacts with different APIs and writing tests with tools like PyTest ensures your code works as expected. Testing helps catch issues early, especially when APIs change or you add new ones. For example, you might create a Python class that takes configuration options for the API URL, authentication type, and data format. Using requests, the class can build requests, parse responses, and handle errors uniformly. This makes your code reusable across many APIs with different standards. In summary, Python strategies for handling different REST API standards include using flexible HTTP libraries, abstracting API-specific details, managing various authentication methods and data formats, implementing error handling, and organizing configurations separately. These practices help you write scripts that are easy to maintain and adapt, making your automation and web interaction projects much smoother.